The spiritual and biblical significance of number 7000. The divine numerological meaning of number 7000, a complete spiritual and biblical guide. The sacred power of 7000. The number 7000 holds deep spiritual, biblical, and prophetic significance. It is a number that represents divine perfection, completion, and the fulfillment of God's plan. The number 7000 is a combination of 7, spiritual perfection, and 1000, divine abundance and ultimate completeness, making it one of the most powerful numbers in biblical numerology. If you keep seeing 7000, it is a divine message that you are entering a season of completion, divine favor, and spiritual enlightenment. In this in-depth guide, we will explore the biblical meaning of 7000. The spiritual and numerological significance of 7000. The universal influence of 7000 in divine order and prophecy. The hidden mystical and angelic significance of 7000. How 7000 relates to your spiritual journey. Let's uncover the divine truths behind the number 7000 and its powerful influence on faith, destiny, and enlightenment. The biblical meaning of number 7000. The number 7000 appears multiple times in the Bible, carrying messages of spiritual completeness, divine preservation, and God's eternal plan. The 7000 faithful remnant, 1 Kings 19:18, Romans 11:4. One of the most famous references to 7000 in the Bible is in the story of Elijah and the faithful remnant. After the prophet Elijah fled to the wilderness, feeling alone and abandoned, God reassured him. Yet I have reserved 7000 in Israel, all whose knees have not bowed to Baal, and every mouth that has not kissed him. 1 Kings 19:18. This passage reveals that 7000 represents God's faithful remnant, a group of people preserved by divine will, even in the darkest times. The Apostle Paul also referenced this passage in Romans 11:4, emphasizing that God always keeps a remnant of faithful believers. 7000 symbolize divine preservation, God's faithfulness, and His protection over His chosen people. 7000 years in biblical prophecy. Many biblical scholars believe in a 7000-year prophetic timeline, which aligns with God's plan for human history. 4000 years from Adam to Christ. 2000 years from Christ to the present age. 1000 years of the millennial kingdom, Revelation 20:1-6. This theory suggests that 7000 represents the full completion of God's divine plan for humanity. 7000 is a number of divine time cycles, signaling that everything is unfolding in God's perfect order. The 7000 sheep and camels of Job, Job 42:12. At the end of Job's trials, God restored his fortunes and doubled his blessings, giving him 7000 sheep, 3000 camels, 500 yoke of oxen, 500 donkeys. The Lord blessed the latter part of Job's life more than the former. He had 14,000 sheep, 6,000 camels, 1,000 yoke of oxen and 1,000 donkeys. Job 42:12. This passage shows that 7000 is several restoration, divine blessings, and abundance. Seeing 7000 may be a sign that you are entering a season of divine restoration and multiplied blessings. The spiritual and numerological symbolism of 7000. 1. 7000 as a symbol of divine completeness. The number 7000 combines 7, spiritual perfection, with 1000, God's fullness, making it a powerful symbol of divine order and wholeness. If you frequently see 7000, it may mean a major cycle in your life is reaching completion. You are stepping into divine wisdom and authority. God's promises are being fulfilled in your life. 2. 7,000 as a message of preservation and protection. Throughout the Bible, 7,000 is connected to God's preservation of His people. If you see 7,000, it is a reminder that God is protecting and guiding you. You are part of His divine plan. No matter how difficult things seem, you are not alone. 3. 7,000 as a call to spiritual awakening. Seeing 7,000 may also be a sign that you are awakening to a higher level of spiritual consciousness and divine understanding. The significance of 7,000 in divine prophecy and restoration. The universal influence of 7,000 in divine order and prophecy. 7,000 and the Millennial Kingdom, Revelation 20, 1-6. The Bible describes a 1,000-year reign of Christ, often referred to as the Millennial Kingdom. Many scholars believe this will be the final 1,000-year period of the 7,000-year divine timeline. This suggests that 7,000 represents the ultimate fulfillment of God's prophetic plan. 7,000 as a sign of abundance and restoration. Job received 7,000 sheep as part of his divine restoration. God preserved 7,000 faithful believers during Elijah's time. Many spiritual cycles in history align with 7,000-year patterns. Seeing 7,000 may mean that you are about to receive a great outpouring of God's favor and restoration. How number 7000 impacts your spiritual journey. If 7,000 frequently appears in your life, it is a message from God that you are stepping into a season of spiritual completeness. God's divine plan is unfolding in perfect timing. You are divinely protected and preserved. You are about to receive blessings and restoration. What to do when you see 7,000? Pray for divine wisdom. Ask God to reveal the next steps in your journey. Trust in God's divine order. 7,000 is a sign that everything is unfolding perfectly. Strengthen your faith. Draw closer to God through prayer, fasting, and meditation. Prepare for restoration. Be open to God's blessings and opportunities for renewal. Conclusion: the divine message of 7,000. The number 7000 is a sacred and powerful sign of divine completeness, spiritual preservation, and ultimate fulfillment. Whether in biblical prophecy, numerology, or divine revelation, 7,000 represents the highest level of divine order and God's perfect plan. Whenever you see 7,000, take it as a divine confirmation that you are protected, blessed, and walking in alignment with God's purpose. Have you seen 7,000 in your life? What message do you feel it holds for you? Share your thoughts in the comments.